Let's check in with Turning Point's White House correspondent Monica Paige at the White House. Monica, good to see you. I have a big. We're talking about nuclear energy. Well, I'll let you fill us in on what's going on, and then I have some thoughts as to why it took us so long to get on this train.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, Trump went nuclear in the Oval Office, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was there with him, along with Doug Burgum, just reiterating that energy security is national security. The president signed about four executive orders in the Oval Office just this afternoon, jump-starting nuclear production, easing regulatory process on approvals for these new reactors, strengthening the supply chain as it pertains to nuclear energy, and even exploring new nuclear sites. And while also at the same time implementing AI into these new sites as well. And this will essentially now speed up construction of these new sites as well, securing these key materials to make sure that they can build new sites. And we heard from Will Scharf, who's kind of like President Trump's right hand man when he hands over the executive orders for the president to sign. And he kind of threw in this fun fact here, which I didn't know. But before 1978, there were about 133 nuclear reactors that were built in the United States, and only two have come online since then. So, this whole deregulating process is going to be critical to nuclear growth and independence. And then the other executive order the president signed, which I thought was interesting, is restoring the gold standard of science, which wanting science and the gold standard of science to really continue to be the cornerstone of these federal scientific research processes and restore this policy making in science, making it more transparent to the American people, eliminating any sorts of conflicts of interest as it pertains to scientific research, and making sure it's available to the public. So, all good things coming out of the Oval Office this afternoon.
Yeah, I was going to say on the nuclear side, it is fascinating. I think everybody agrees clean nuclear energy would be great. But for some reason in the 70s after Chernobyl, and again, know that that's like a big faux pas in the nuclear world, a bunch of hippies got together, wrote a bunch of songs, and scared everybody out of
Yeah.
doing the clean energy nuclear thing. So glad President Trump is finally taking that on. Speaking of energy, gas prices, I've been told just everything just is going up like crazy, but is there some news on the gas prices front on the national average?
Well, no big deal, Joe Bob, but they're the lowest prices since they were 4 years ago. So we're at an
Mm,
average of $3.17. Some places in the Midwest are seeing $3.03 for a gallon of gas. So they're low for just in time for this Memorial Day weekend. So that's all good news around as well. And I believe these tariffs and trade policies are basically to credit for the fact that we're seeing these low gas prices. So lowest prices since the last 4 years. That's pretty good.
yeah, Monica, if I were to task you with something, I would like for you to figure out the next thing the libs are going to complain about because unfortunately they're running out of things because all of the things they complain about turn out to be actually better. Um, Monica Page, Turning
Yeah.
Point's White House correspondent, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Joe Bob. Have a great weekend.